Hi, so welcome back to my channel. For those of you who, have seen my channel before, and if you're new, welcome to my channel. Today I just want to talk about basically being independent, being single. You don't have to, it's good to be independent in a relationship, otherwise you'll go into codependency, but I just want to talk about what it means to know who you are, to be independent, to know yourself, to where it doesn't matter if you have somebody else or not, you're just happy. You are happy within yourself, you're happy within your soul, you're happy within your heart. And I think a lot of times we try to find our happiness in other people. We try to find our happiness in things that we might not even like, but we do them because it pleases other people. We become people pleasers, or we become codependent on people. We need other people's energy, or we need other people's pat on the back. We need other people's good job. You know what I'm saying? But to be independent, to know yourself, to love yourself, is to you don't care if anybody else is watching. This is what you do because this is what you like to do. You're not looking for validation within other people because, I mean, what is that gonna do for you? You know what I mean? Like, that's not putting money in your pocket or anything like that. So yeah, it's very important to be independent because when you are when you're not independent, I believe you're automatically codependent. It's one or the other. There is no in between. Um, and I believe that people really feel like being single after a while. You get kind of bored and you start doing stuff you wouldn't normally do because you're single and you're bored and you don't have anybody else to do this, to do that, blah blah blah. But if you think about it, being single is really taking time out for yourself, to learn yourself, to get to know yourself. When you're single, you should be building yourself up so that by the time somebody walks into your life, it'll be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you won't have to do all this stuff. It's like somebody's going to walk in at the right time. You will be ready to accept, you know what I'm saying, another person into your life. You won't be clinging on for them for dear life or anything like that because you have your own thing going on. You want to build yourself up emotionally, spiritually, materialistically, all the ways you can before you even hop into a relationship so it won't turn into a toxic relationship. Um, Being in a healthy relationship, one of the key signs is to be independent. You guys both have your own lives going on. You have your separate things going on. You have your separate things you like to do, separate things that, you're obligated to do as well, such as school might be separate, work might be separate, you might have separate hobbies, separate friends, etc. But it's okay because you get to come back home to each other. Or if you don't live with one another, it's when you guys hang out, you guys get to fill each other in on your day, your future plans, your goals, your wants, your needs, etc. But you leave not feeling like you need that person. Even though, we like to feel like we need one another when we're in that relationship, we're in love, we're like, oh, baby, I need you. Yes, 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 we know like that. But I'm talking about the need, like, people go to the drastic sometime, like, if you leave me, I'm gonna kill myself. That's something I've heard before. So it's kind of like, I mean, you were alive before you met me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to love yourself enough. Like, hey, if this not working, this not working. But at the same time, I have my own thing going on, so we can talk about this. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be independent, to not lose yourself into somebody else is important because we start making their goals our goals. We start making their friends our friends. We make their objectives our objectives. We make their life our life. But essentially, they're their own person, and we're our own person, even though we're in this relationship as one. You know what I'm saying? So it's very important. Um, Guys don't even like when you are always available to them all the time anyway. They like a woman who have their own thing going on anyway. Even guys that like clingy girls, they like to call you and to know that, hey, you got your own thing going on. You got this going on. You got that going on. Okay, cool. Well, I'm doing this. I'll catch up with you later. And females love an independent man. They don't want somebody that's like, I mean, I know we like clinginess sometimes, but it's also like we like a guy who know how to get up and go to work. We like a guy who know how to get up and do stuff with his hands, like motivation, inspiration, that backbone in the relationship anyway. So it's very important to have your own individual identity even when you're with somebody. And when you're single and you're just working on yourself, this is a perfect time to really build yourself up, to figure out, hey, what do I want to do a few years from now? Who do I want to be a few years from now? What can I do to get there? You know what I'm saying? It only takes a couple months to change. You know what I'm saying? To implement change. I believe it takes 63 days to actually program your mind to change, like to accept like this new thought pattern, this new change. I believe it only takes 63 days, so that's, a couple months and some weeks. So it's kind of like, well, not some weeks, but just a couple months and some days. But my point is, it does take time to change, but to find your independence, to find your own rock, to find your own walls, to find your own identity is very important, because you have to take you your whole life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you cannot just take a break from being you. You cannot drop you off at school and then like pick you back up and then continue being you. Like, no, this is the skin you have, this is the flesh you have, this is the mind you have, this is the heart you have, and you will have to carry you your whole entire life. That means men will come and go, women will come and go, friends will come and go, sometimes family come and go, you know what I'm saying, jobs come and go, opportunities come and go, life goes on, you know what I'm saying, but no matter what happens, you have to figure out how to be solid in yourself, so you're not clinging on to people. You're not trying to bend over backwards just so you can have a couple friends. You're not trying to, accept somebody's poor behaviors just because you want a man or a woman. You know what I'm saying? Or you don't want to be alone. And being alone does not mean you're lonely. You know what I'm saying? It just means you're alone for right now. Like, hey, I'm chilling. I'm figuring my life out, or I'm building myself out up. I'm doing what I have to do for me. So by the time somebody does walk in my life, I'm solid in who I am. I know who I am. I know what I want to do. I know where I'm going. You know what I'm saying? If you can answer these questions about who you are, what you want, and where you're going, that's a good place to start. Where are you going? What are you doing with your life? What do you want to do with your life? Is it something you want to change? What do you want to do 5 years from now? Who do you want to be? Do you want I mean, it's a lot of questions, but you definitely want to know the basics. Even the like simplest questions, like, do you or do you not want kids? Do you or do you not want to be married? What kind of job? What kind of career do you want? You know what I'm saying? What kind of person do you want to be? Do you want to give back? Do you want to be humanitarian? Do you want to be, you know what I'm saying? Or do you just kind of, are you like, nah, I feel like the words are going to end anyway. I just need to focus on me and my family. What kind of person are you? Figure out who you are. Use adjectives to describe yourself. Like, hey, I'm kind of a selfish person. What can I change about myself? I'm kind of a greedy person. I don't want to be greedy, but I am. How can I change that about myself? Or I'm too nice. I'm too giving. People see me as a doormat. I don't want to be a doormat no more. How can I change that about myself? How can I have these walls up? How can I be more protected against myself? How can I be more protected against others when it comes to myself? You tired of people taking advantage of you? You need to know the pros and cons of yourself. You have to know where you fall short with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because other people, better believe other people see your shortcomings. So, and that's usually where other people try and, take advantage of you. So know yourself inside out, and you have to spend time alone with yourself to know yourself. It's okay to spend time alone, to be single, to just focus on yourself, to not be trying to chase people, opportunities, just kind of seeing where life takes you, seeing where God takes you. It's definitely fine to spend some time with just you and God, even just you and God, just praying to Him, listening to Him, talking to Him, seeing where He wants to take you, seeing what He has in store for you. It's probably better than what you have in store for yourself, to be honest. Sometimes we don't even know what's best for ourselves. I turn to God, and He always has a better plan. He always has a better route. He always has a better way. And He surprises me every single time. So that's definitely something I've learned. Being independent is more than just having your own money, having your own house, having your own crib, having your own car, etc. It is a mindset. Being independent is a mindset. To know that I'm going to be me today and tomorrow and the day after, whether you're here or not, I'm going to be this person. I already decided this is who I am. Now I'm going to add on to who I am, but to know that this is who I am, period, like, when it boils down to it, it doesn't matter. My morals are pretty much the same. my standards are pretty much the same. You know what I'm saying? Where I stand day in and day out is pretty much going to be the same. I am going to grow. I am going to gain knowledge. I am going to acquire what I need to acquire to move through this lifetime. But when it boils down to it, I'm pretty much going to be the same person. You know what I'm saying? And it's important to know, what do you stand for, what don't you stand for? What are you going to fight for? What do you feel like is going to be like pointless and worthless? You know what I'm saying? And waste of time. So definitely gain independence within yourself. It's very important, because people come and go. People will be in your life for years and years to years, and they might just pop up and leave. Or, you know what I'm saying, some other way. God forbid. But I'm just saying, people, like, they're not permanent. We are not permanent. Nothing is permanent. You know what I'm saying? So you can't have your faith in people. That's actually a scripture about not putting your faith in man. Put your faith in God, because man will fail you every time, but your God will not. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure we've all come to a point that even the people that we love the most have, like, fallen short with us. Just like we fall short with God. But it's very important to understand that we are not perfect. We are born in sin. So it's kind of like, you know, you're not supposed to put your faith in man anyway. Have your own independence. Know what you're working towards in life. Know, you should have a vision of where you see yourself. You know what I'm saying? You should know. And if you don't know, you need to spend time. It's good that you're single. It's good that you need to be single, or good that you're spending time with yourself to get to know, what do you even want? What do you even like? What can't you stand? What, you know what I'm saying? Like, what gets you up? What gets you excited? Or just to have your independence is so important, because people will come and go. People will fail you, man. Like, to have your independence is to know, like, I'm standing right here, unmoved, unbothered. Like, if you are here, that's beautiful, but if you go, I'm still gonna be fine. You know what I'm saying? That's what independence is. It's really just a mindset to know that you're gonna be good either way, because you're gonna make sure you're good. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna make sure you're good. It doesn't matter if somebody else is right beside you or not. You're gonna make sure you're good. God's gonna make sure you're good. You good. I mean, we good. I mean, what is there else to say? So I just really want to touch on that, because I'm just seeing a lot of, especially in my generation, like, we cling on to people. Like, we do stuff just to gain people's approval. You know, we want to be in the circle. We want to be in the mix. We are too connected. I feel like even in my generation, like, technology in a way has made us too connected. Like, is there a such thing as too connected? I think there is. I think there would. It's to a point where we can't put our phones down. We can't cut the TV off. We can't, like, we just can't live without technology. And it's kind of like, it's kind of like killing us in a way, but it's definitely making us, I don't know, I don't want to say killing us, but it's just, we are losing our independence to technology, to people, to everything, because we depend on our phones. We are codependent on our phones. We're codependent on people. We're codependent on a lot of things. And when you stop and you sit back and look at your own life, like, what am I addicted to? What am I codependent on? What can't I live without? Why? And then ask yourself, why is that? Why can't I live without that? Why am I so connected to this thing? Why am I so connected to this person? What is this thing doing for me that I can't live without them? What is this person doing for me that I can't live without them? You know what I'm saying? Ask yourself very important questions like that, because you will be surprised at the answer. You know what I'm saying? You will be surprised at the answer. For sure. Being independent is definitely a very serious, important thing in life. You don't want to be 40 years old and still dependent on, you know what I'm saying, your mom or something like that. You want to learn how to stand alone. Sometimes you have to learn how to stand alone. Like, there won't be nobody in your circle. There won't be nobody standing, fighting with you, for you. It'll just be you and God. You and your own sword. You know what I'm saying? You and your own will. And it won't be nothing else around you. But it's okay, because you think God, you is all you need. You and God is all you need. So don't worry about if nobody's in your circle or not. If nobody is fighting for you, nobody want to stand with you, they're not supposed to. You know what I'm saying? If they was, they would be beside you, but they're not. So just always keep that in mind. If you don't know how to become independent, you don't know what to do to become independent, you're like, man, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know where to start. Start by getting stable. If you're not stable, and I mean you're on the street, work on getting a house. Work on getting a place to live. You need stability. Independence and stability go hand in hand because you want your emotions to be stable. You want your thoughts to be stable. And you want your physical being where you're at to be stable. You don't want to be in a hectic home. It might take some time, but get yourself stable. If you have these random thoughts, these negative thoughts that just be bombarding you, you need to figure out how to control your thoughts. Figure out how to have your mind at ease, at peace, because you need to have control over your mind and not your mind having control over you, because your mind will have you just run ragged. You know what I'm saying? So you don't need that. Um, it's just so important, man. Like, you don't want to be just codependent on somebody, because that means you are giving them the wheel, like the driving wheel to your life. You are like, now when you are dependent on somebody and then they disappear, you will be stuck. You will be stuck. You don't want to be stuck. Even if they don't leave, it's very unhealthy to not have no direction for yourself, to not have no say so for yourself. You need to be able to stand on your own, to take charge, to work on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you're good regardless. Like, I'm good regardless. Like, you here, like I said, you great. Great. You here, you great. It's great that you're here. But if you leave, if you decide to walk out that door, hey, tomorrow's another day. Time still goes on. You know what I'm saying? Life still moves. So definitely keep that in mind. I feel like it's very important, even in a relationship, like I said, to be single. I mean, to be independent in a relationship. So find out some hobbies. Find out what you love to do. Find out what you feel like you're made to do. You have gifts, you know what I'm saying? Find out what your gifts are, what you can bring to the table, what you can bring to this earth. And just really dig deep into yourself. You'll probably find some stuff out about yourself that you're like, man, I didn't even know this about myself. I didn't even know, like, I was capable of that, or I didn't even know I liked that, or whatever the case may be. So just work on yourself. Even when you get into a relationship, you should never stop working on yourself. Like, your life does not stop because you hop into a relationship. You're supposed to help them grow, and they're supposed to help you grow. There should be no just complete and utter stagnation, okay? So that is my spiel on independence. Get that bag, honey. And if you're a guy, get them racks, you know what I'm saying? Other than that, if money is not your thing, just build your happiness, build your health, build your wealth, build whatever it is that you feel makes you independent. The point is, you don't want to rely on nobody for nothing. Nothing. Not a thing, not a thing. Okay? So I'm going to leave y'all on that note. Thank you for stopping by. Like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys later. Bye.